Today, let's take a look at the Pyro line of transmitters by Hollyland, the Pyro S and the Pyro H. I'm not being paid for this review, and nobody is reviewing this before I post it. If you like this content, give my channel a like and subscribe. Let's dive in. Now, we're going to talk about this unit based on its own merits and its aggressive price point. But we need to first discuss the other brand on the market, and that is Teradek. If your production or business has the budget to spend, then you're probably going to get a Teradek. Teradek owns the technology for zero latency, uncompressed wireless video. Teradek is the one that you will see almost everywhere. But if you're more budget conscious than spending thousands of dollars and you're looking for some extra features, this is a system that you should take a look at. The design and build quality is pretty great. The size is compact, the metal chassis looks good and feels durable. The weight is not bad, the battery attachment is great, the in and out is fine, and the screen and controls work just fine. We have our power switch, USB, and power in on this side. We have HDMI and SDI in on the other. And in the middle, we have our screen. I am interested in why these systems look so different when they're in the same line. That this one has one quarter 20 adapter, and this one has one here. And then I also purchased this additional adapter right here. So I did have to purchase this, but I do like having two options. And then this system has an HDMI loop out, while this one does not. Both systems seem like they have a pretty good fan system. It will tell you if you have video, and it will tell you the resolution. Then it tells you which channel, and if you have another system, it'll automatically connect, which is great. And then right here, when you connect it to a device, it tells you what the network is going to be. Here's the receiver with USB out, SDI out, and HDMI out. And the receiver on the Pyro H has HDMI out and USB-C out. This is your menu right here to switch channels. You push in to get to the menu. It's not very robust, but I really don't have an issue with it. You can additionally power the unit through USB-C or through this connector with my DTAP, but I had to purchase it separately, which adds to the cost. Overall, much prefer using DTAP than anything. So this system, in the name, can send 4K video, but I usually just set it at 1080 to make it easier on the system, and let's be honest, you're not going to discern the difference. And on the phone, you're really not going to tell the difference. And I would rather help the system as much as possible to be as low latency. Next, let's talk about latency with a quick unofficial test. I met up with my cinematographer friend Pedro, who has an SDI and HDMI camera for this use. So should you be a focus puller using this? No, you should be next to the camera, not using a monitor, or you should have a hardwired SDI cable because any system will have latency. You can get away with this if the shot isn't demanding or it's a wide field of view, or you are great at anticipating the focus so it's not out of the cards. But yeah, there's going to be a few frames of delay. This is for client monitors, playback, general crew viewing. Saying you got the sound guy, hey, check out the Hollyland Wi-Fi and use this to check the boom in frame. That is cool. Yes, Teradek has something called Serve Pro that connects to apps. However, it's expensive, more complicated, bigger, and only does smart devices. The Hollyland does both. In the test here, we have an SDI out going to an HDMI Pyro, an SDI Pyro, and the app. In our test here, you're actually seeing the app show the image 1 to 2 frames before the receivers. And the SDI receiver is about 1 frame faster than the HDMI. From a little research, the HDMI has to do a little more behind the scenes to show the image than an SDI, and so that's what you get as you see. And then we went outside for a distance test. Just want to reiterate that my tests are not scientific or comprehensive. I just walked down the street 200 feet and the app glitched for a moment, but it did seem to work on the phone, and the receiver with HDMI was working fine with 2 bars at 200 feet. That is good to know. Okay, now I'm taking feed from my camera and bringing it into the Hollyland app. And this is where I really believe these systems are fantastic. You don't need to log in to use it. This is where the latency is no problem for me. The system that it's sending out is able to be read by your phone and other devices at the same time. Now, I've used this on set, and this saved me so much worry and effort because I can quickly look over at another camera, or I can look at the camera at a different position, and then I take my phone and put it back in my pocket and pull it out when I need it again. There's all these features in the app, and you can upload LUTs to the app. I have also tested out where on your receiver, you plug this USB-C into a computer via USB-C, open up QuickTime, and you can see the video feed right there. If you're streaming, making any online content, or you want your feed to go to the internet, that is such a great feature to have. In conclusion, this is a good piece of hardware for the price. It's got great app functionality. It will take this SDI signal in, broadcast it to an HDMI device, to an SDI device, and to my phone at the same time. That type of versatility today is really awesome. Now, the big trade-off here, you're gonna get a certain amount of delay. The latency is better than other systems. And if you really are that worried about the latency, then you're just gonna go spend more with the Teradek. But if that's really not an issue for you, then this might be the system. That's gonna be it for me. I'm Jeff Comero. Give me a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. I'll see you next time.